Let's see the recent maritime accidents. Bosphorus and Caspian Sea accidents. The research ship Ionian, which was carrying 49 crew members and scientists, went aground in the Volga-Caspian Sea channel. The engine of the general cargo ship Vung Tau failed en route from Izmir, Turkey to Rostov, Azov Sea, Russia. The ship was towed to the Buyukdere harbor in Istanbul's Bosphorus. In Kiel Canal, Dutch freighter breaches. On September 10, the general cargo ship Arclo Breeze went nuke while entering Kiel Canal in Kiel, on its way from Denmark to Marin, Spain. It is unclear if the ship struck with a quay wall while in the lock or after passing through the lock. Ship collides with boat, 1 dead, 1 missing, Japan. At about 0230 Tokyo time on September 12, the cargo ship Season Maru 21 reported a probable collision with a small ship or boat to Sasebo Coast Guard Station. A Coast Guard patrol boat was dispatched to the area, where it discovered a capsized boat. 1 person was found dead aboard the boat, a 12-year-old kid was rescued by a passing ship, and the 71-year-old skipper went missing. Refloating of a German freighter aground in Denmark. In the evening of September 11, the general cargo ship Simonby ran aground in Limfjord, Denmark's Kattegat. Damages, if any, are unknown, and there has been no leak recorded. At about 1330 UC on September 12, the ship was refloated and transported to Gronland-Shavnen, Aalborg region, where it was docked. African Pearl ran aground in the Congo River, becoming the 3rd vessel this year to do so. The Mount African Pearl ran aground in the Congo River on September 8, 2021, around 400 meters from the navigation buoy. Initial indications indicate that the vessel, surroundings, and crew have suffered no significant damage. The Congo River has become a fascinating example as the number of ships that have run aground has increased. While steering a vessel in the river, it is fair to presume that officials are well informed of the river depth. Ionian Sea, disabled container ship docked. In the afternoon of September 12, the container ship Astrid L developed an engine cooling issue in the Ionian Sea and was forced to anchor in Greek seas north of Corfu to repair the cooling system. The ship is in way from Haifa, Israel, to Koper, Slovenia, and was still in that position as of 1330 UC on September 13. It is projected to stay in that position for the rest of the night. Disabled tanker towed to Augusta, Sicily. The engine room of the Samus Swan caught fire on September 11, south of Sicily. During the accident, 2 workers were wounded, one of whom needed to be flown to the hospital. She was hauled to Augusta, Sicily, and moored there on September 13. Damaged container ship collides with coal barge in Indonesia. On arriving from Jakarta, Tanto Mitra collided with a coal barge at Banjarmasin Outer Anchorage, southern Kalimantan, Java Sea. The ship was moving to anchor when the incident happened. The bow of the Tanto Mitra was severely damaged, with a 1x5-meter hull breach and dents. Chief Officer and Bosun of a VLCC tanker are killed by a wave in Drake Passage. On September 10 to 12, the crude oil tanker Arafora experienced rough waves in Drake Passage while its way from Porto do Acu, Brazil, to Long Beach, California. 2 crew members were wounded while doing their duties, and the tanker phoned the MRCC in Punta Arenas to report a medical emergency that necessitated a medevac. She was still in poor weather as of 0900 UC September 14 as she sailed in the Pacific around the Chilean coast. According to Indian reports, the chief officer and the bosun were both hurt and died as a result of their injuries. They were both of Indian descent. In the Vung Tau anchorage, 2 cargo ships collided, 1 sank. On September 14, the general cargo ship Lisa Auerbach collided with the moored general cargo ship Mayan 1 on the Vung Tau harbor in southern Vietnam. 17 crew members were recovered from both ships and are safe and unharmed. One of the vessels carrying 10,000 tons of clinker sunk, while the other stayed at anchor. Storm grounds Maldivian tanker and tug. Storms in the Maldives have stranded a tanker and a tugboat. The tanker is still believed to be aground on Billy Mails Reef, with the degree of damage unknown and no leak recorded thus far. Both ships were anchored, anchors were dragging, and the ships were drifting aground. There is no AIS track for Transfuel 9 available. Floating cargo ship blocks canal, damages leisure boats along Danube. The cargo ship Cormoran had engine failure while navigating the Danube River Sulina Canal. The ship collided with 3 berth recreational catamarans in the Tulcea region of Romania. catamarans were damaged, and canal traffic was halted for 2 hours. Thai bulk carrier captain arrested for concealing crew sickness. On September 14, the captain of Thorison's bulk ship Thormanatic was detained by Hong Kong authorities and appeared in court on September 15. He's accused of lying about his team's health, namely the COVID-like symptoms of fever, coughing, and breathing difficulties that afflicted many crew members. The ship is quarantined and remains in anchorage. All 23 members of the crew were tested, and 15 of them, including the captain, were found to be positive. They were transported to the hospital, and all but one were eventually discharged and returned to the ship, understandable because they were and are healthy individuals. Fire on a Ro-Ro cargo ship, Trinidad. In the evening of September 15, the Ro-Ro cargo ship Atlantic Provider caught fire while moored in Port of Spain, Trinidad. The ship is docked and receiving maintenance, including weaponry work. There were no injuries recorded. The ship was recently sold, with the buyer's identity unclear. Container fire with hazmat in Italy. In the evening of September 16, a fire broke out at a container on board a cargo ship in Catania, Sicily, Italy. When the container caught fire, it was filled with yellow phosphate, a combustible material that released hazardous fumes when ignited. With the deployment of tugs, firefighting and Coast Guard crews were able to bring the fire under control. Hope you liked this video. If you have any questions or comments, drop it in comments section. Subscribe to Marinaura for more updates.